What's up? Make sure you like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell up above for future uploads, and check out the links posted in the description down below as part of the channel. Thank you. So here I have an article from RTE, Renews as some would call it, and it says 2 women take action over quarantine prosecution. Now this is absolutely beautiful, and I'm not talking about the 2 ladies here in the pictures, although when it comes to these things, every woman that we see on our side seem to be absolutely beautiful. Yeah, on the left hand side, they seem to all be Gremlins extras, maybe even Uruk-hai extras, orc extras from Lord of the Rings. Always seems to be the case, doesn't it? So anyway, as you can see from these photos here, these ladies like to look after themselves, and that's not what you get from these lefty women that are out there. So what they said here was this: 2 Dublin women who were arrested by Gardaí after they refused to quarantine at a hotel after they returned to Ireland following a holiday in Dubai in 2021 have argued before the High Court that they should not be prosecuted for alleged breaches of measures introduced during the scam. Now, this is a country, by the way, that has let people in hand over fist there in February onwards from allegedly Ukraine, a place that had a 35% uptake, by the way. No problem at all. They weren't doing any security checks. That's actually what Micheál Martin said himself. And they just said, oh yeah, come on in here. Meanwhile, for the guts of a year, they punished Irish citizens for not taking the Voldemort that has now been proven to not work whatsoever. Very interesting, isn't it? So all of these things that have happened over the last couple of years, as I keep saying, are going to be challenged, and there should absolutely be military tribunals for people that have been involved in the scam that was went on for the last 2 years, and there should be serious repercussions, and this is the beginning of it. Now this article has been slipped out, and I don't think this has gotten any mainstream news coverage, which says an awful lot, because if they're trying to keep this information out of the public eye, they don't want more of the public to look at this. But what they have to do, from what I understand, is somewhat report on it and let them know what's happening. Now, they said the 2 ladies on their arrival back to Ireland, they and most other passengers travelling to Ireland from certain designated countries, because you know the sniffles is very interesting. It did know what country you were coming from. It obviously knew as well too when you were scanning a QR code going into the likes of the cinema, the restaurant, the pub, the gym. Very intelligent, but knew as well if you hadn't taken it. Very interesting, isn't it? Which at the time included the UAE, were required to undergo mandatory quarantine at a hotel for up to 14 days. Both women refused to go to the hotel, claiming that they could not afford the cost of their stay, which was estimated at over €1,800 each, and because they needed to get back to their children. So that's what it was all about. It was all about money. And now what's happening with hotels here in Ireland? Oh, that's right. Now they're being used as refugee centres. Now the government are paying them for a different means. But here's the thing. The paddy had to pay for their stay for 14 days after coming back from a different country because of the sniffles. What about all the celebrities and all the politicians that were coming in and out of this country as well? Remember Emmanuel Macron? Don't think he stood anywhere for 14 days in any hotel, did he? Didn't happen. But that was going on, and people now have the receipts. People have seen all of these things that have happened, and it's great to see that. And it's great to see that these ladies are making a claim against it. They said, arising out of the refusal, both had been charged with breaches of the 1947 Health Act, and if convicted, face fines of up to €2,000 and a period of 7 months imprisonment. Meanwhile, Leo Varadkar was under criminal investigation and no prosecution was brought against him, even though, in my opinion, it was very clear as to what was going on there. Not to mention all of the other scandalous things that have been happening in this country. They claim that the charges against them are unconstitutional and that their trials should be halted. Awesome to see. Absolutely awesome to see. Represented by Michael O'Higgins SC, appearing with John Fitzgerald SC and Keith Spencer BL, instructed by solicitor Michael French, the 2 women have brought judicial review proceedings against the DPP. Yes, good to see that. Minister for Foreign Affairs, the Minister for Health, Ireland and the Attorney General. This is awesome. Now this should be getting as much attention as possible because this is the beginning. Can you imagine so many normies looking at this and saying to themselves, what's going on over here? Why are those 2 ladies bringing up? What are they saying? They're talking about unconstitutional. Whoa, that's going to be very interesting. Now, to me, you need to keep talking about this with everybody that you know. Keep letting them know. Here, did you hear about these 2 girls? These 2 girls are taking it to these people, and it's great to see full support behind them, by the way. In their action, they seek various orders, including one halting their prosecutions and a declaration that the offence of resisting being taken to a designated quarantine facility is invalid. They also seek various declarations from the courts, including that certain provisions of the 1947 Health Act are invalid, unconstitutional and are contrary to the European Convention on Human Rights. That's right, lefties. You weren't interested in all of these things for the last couple of years. You weren't interested in the likes of the Nuremberg Code. You weren't interested in the Geneva Convention. But you know what happens? We all remember and we say, that's grand, we're going to get you now. Because as I keep saying to people, this is a 5-round title fight like in the UFC. We're in round 2. These people are gassed out. They don't know what to do. And now law is coming back and it's been switched back on. It's great to see this here. They further seek damages against the respondents. The state respondents, represented by Donnelly SC and Michael Cush SC, opposed the action. Opening the case, Mr. O'Higgins said that in late March 2021, his clients who were friends went on holiday to Dubai to celebrate landmark birthdays that had been paid for their relatives and friends. They initially were going to go under the knife. Fair play to them, whatever they want to do, that's up to them, you know yourself. And what happened to them afterwards was absolutely scandalous. They were arrested when they came back and charged with breaching Section 38 of the Health Act Amendment Act 2021 due to the refusal to go to the designated hotel. Absolute nonsense. And the people that were involved, I'm going to put it as the thumbnail here in this video. I want you to look at it. Look at the two ladies, the way they're being harassed. Look at the Gardaí that are around that are wearing masks. And look at the media member, by the way, that's not wearing a mask. And these are the same people that had copious amounts of articles about these women that are out there. I'm sure as well that some of these women will look back at some of those articles that were written about them and they might have a case there also. They were granted bail by the district court today after their arrest, but were unable to take it up because they could not afford it. They were detained at Mountjoy Women's Prison. It is scandalous what has happened in this country, and there are people that should be sitting in jail right now that are not. And people like this, average individuals that were just going on holiday, not doing anything negative and coming home, were treated like this. Look at the current treatment of Enoch Burke, a guy that is interested in reality, and yet they have him sitting in Mountjoy jail. Unreal, isn't it? The Geneva Convention, broken. The Nuremberg Code, broken. Various human rights, civil liberties and freedoms, just utterly broken over the last 2 years, and they want you to forget about it. They want to just shake your hand and say, we were wrong then. Look, forgive us for that. No. If this Gonzo production knew that you were wrong over 2 years ago, you should know that. The secure bail when the cash lodgement was reduced from €1,800 to €500 following a High Court hearing on 4th of April 2021. They were released from prison and were taken to another hotel where they remained in quarantine for several more days. Unbelievable stuff, isn't it? So they were moved to a prison then because, you couldn't go to the hotel. You didn't want to go for 14 days because it was causing so much. But I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll actually move you from there rather than saying to you, if this was going to be super duper serious, how about you just stay at home? No, what we'll do is we'll move you into the prison population, which is absurd. And then guess what we're going to do? We're going to move you back out and going to move you back to a hotel. Unbelievable stuff that has happened here. And I have to say, fair play to these ladies. I hope they win their case. I hope this goes as public as possible. I'm going to continue reporting on this. I've had one individual that has said that they are related to one of these ladies here. It would be fantastic to maybe even do an interview if they were up for doing that. If not, I totally understand, and I totally understand the legality of the situation. Maybe they can't say too much at this moment in time, but full support behind these ladies, and I hope they get what they deserve, which is a massive settlement. And for some of these ministers and people in NEFA and the likes of the people that they've named there, some of those people to be going to prison, absolutely 100%. Anyway, make sure you like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell up above for future uploads. Check out the links posted in the description down below to support the channel. I'll talk to you later. Good luck.